Hollow Knight: Silksong might be the most awaited indie game since it has been first announced more than 1 year ago in 2019. It has been really quiet about Team Cherry lately, so to cover this painful time span of waiting, let's talk about everything we know so far about the game design of Silksong, in 1000 words. Hollow Knight already created a feeling for your progression with a couple of different graphic elements. When the Green Path and Forgotten Crossroads used very soft colors and color palettes, the later unlockable areas like the Ancient Basin become darker and the environment gives you a more uncomfortable feeling. This usage of visual emphasis will also take part in Silksong, but even stronger. The Moss Grotto will be the first area to explore and surrounds us with a very soft soundtrack, again created by Christopher Larkin, and an even softer, mossy ground. As much as the Moss Grotto wraps us into a green and innocent forest excursion, the busier it gets when you dive deeper into the world of this mystical kingdom. The deep docks lead us into an industrialized area with a lot of heat and iron. The citadel spreads a godly atmosphere, and as further you explore the world of Silksong, the stronger the colors and visuals will get. It can be difficult to notice the change of mood when diving down into the kingdom, because Team Cherry really knows how to create an immersing world design that lets you forget about everything around you. Hornet brings mobility and combat complexity to a new level in Silksong, and it's foreseeable that the game will have more focus on platforming than the prequel. In contrast to the Knight, Hornet utilizes a couple of different abilities like longer jumps when running fast, being able to hitch up at cliffs, and diagonal air attacks, which work similar to the downstrike of the Knight's Nail, meaning that you can bounce off the ground or an object in certain areas. In terms of combats and boss fights, the pace will speed up noticeable. Hornet has fewer frames of invincibility after getting hit, which demands from the player to move quicker and make faster decisions. Since Hornet is not a void character, and that's a fact, I won't discuss about that, she will use Silk as resource to gain special abilities. Silk can be used to heal Hornet, and while in Hollow Knight it almost became a strategic factor to find the best moment to heal, in Silksong healing happens extremely fast and can even be done mid-air, which basically removes the strategy aspect of healing. To compensate this, the punishment for a bad timing is even higher, because Hornet will lose all of her Silk without healing when getting hit at the right moment. But Silk has even more usage, because Hornet possesses special attacks with her nail. For example, a spike attack or an attack where she throws the nail and follows it after. Those special abilities also cost Silk, which can be gained, by the way, if you hit enemies or find those wrapped up Silk strings. In Silksong you will collect shell shards, which are needed to craft or recharge your weapons. One of those weapons is the throwable needle pin, or whatever it's called. It can be thrown mid-air and has a limited amount of charges, which is displayed in the top left corner of the UI. Sitting on a bench will not only refill our health, but also recharge our weapon and consumes a certain number of shell shards depending on the missing amount. This is important for later, so hang on. When it comes to gameplay, Silksong will take things further than in Hollow Knight, where you basically just ran around and collected items. Silksong will provide a quest system, which offers 4 different quest styles: Gather, Wayfarer, Hunt and Grand Hunt. All quests are categorized as side quests and can be viewed in a menu that provides an organized overview. The Gather quests require Hornet to collect items or pieces of something for an NPC who asked for it, and the Hunt quests will probably include tasks that want Hornet to hunt or kill a certain enemy, maybe even a specified number of enemies. The purpose of the Wayfarer and Grand Hunt quests is still unknown until this date, but Wayfarer quests might include a task that want Hornet to escort an NPC or to search for a special location on the map. These quests could especially be connected to the lore and could lead to more insights into the background of Hornet. As charms serve the purpose of customizing the combat and movement experience in Hollow Knight, Silksong will make use of a new and different system. Hornet herself is already able to be quick in every situation, which creates space for a new kind of customization: tools. After collecting so-called crests, which are required to use tools, you can insert those tools depending on the slots of the crest. Tools are separated in 3 categories: red, blue and yellow. From what is known so far, red tools are consumables, mostly offensive orientated and support Hornet in combat situations. And this is where the already mentioned shell shards come into place, because every consumable tool can be refilled with those shards. The effects of blue and yellow tools are still a secret, but blue tools could probably have an impact on Hornet's health and endurance, like life seeds in Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight Silksong seems to take every feature of Hollow Knight and tries to improve it. There are many more quality of life changes and new game design features to expect, and I really can't wait to get my hands finally on Silksong. Thanks for watching, hope we see us next time.